Good. Okay, so today's agenda, we're going to apply the 6 core competencies of a business. We're going to recognize your role as a fiduciary for your clients. We've already reviewed the success system, and you guys know exactly what you need to do moving forward. I like to begin with that because, okay, where are we at? Where are we going? And I want you to be motivated and excited to be able to get stuff done. We've got the wonderful Brian here. And then, yeah, we'll recap and then we will make sure that you have time to be able to execute your daily success system. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the 6 core competencies of a business. So, Jeremy, can you read the first one for me?
Yes. 1, lead generate, capture, and convert to appointments.
Okay, super. Number 2, present to buyers and sellers and get agreement. And then Stephanie, can I have you read number 3?
Show buyers and market sellers.
Excellent. Isaac, can you read number 4?
Write and negotiate contracts.
Super. Jacob, are you available to participate as well? And if not, okay, we'll
coordinate the sale to close.
Okay, I won't call on you much. I hear your voice. So sorry. Kelsey, can you read the last one?
Manage the money.
Excellent. Super. All right, exactly. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so the first one, 6 core competencies. Oh my gosh, today is a tongue twister day for me. You're like, Sharon, can you talk? I'm like, my mouth hasn't warmed up yet. So, lead generate, capture, and convert to appointments. Okay, so what is your number 1 job as a realtor?
Lead generate.
A lead generate. Oh my gosh, Jeremy. Bing, bing, bing. Yes, exactly. Lead generate. I like to, if that word is like a trigger word for you and you feel like, yeah, did you hear everybody's laughing? Are you guys laughing at trigger words? Like, yes. And if you're like, the lead generate, it's like, can we just change it to like, let's connect.
Make friends.
Let's make friends. Like, that's what our superpower is to connect. And in whatever way that looks like for you. If you're sitting here thinking like, but I'm introverted, I don't like people, then I'm gonna be like, all right, come on, let's have a conversation. Who is your circle of friends and how do you connect with them? It doesn't mean that you have to sound, and I'm just gonna tell you my perception. Oftentimes people may be like, but I don't know what to say. I don't want to sound like a car salesman. I don't want to sound salesy. Well, then don't. How do you connect with your friends? Who are the people who are around you? Be you. People can sense when you're being authentic and when you drop in with them. But the moment you're like trying to get a sale, they call it commission breath. I want you to keep that in mind. If you have commission breath and you're like, all right, this is a sale, I've got to convert them. People feel it. It's all about energy. So what's the energy that you're going to emanate to be able to connect with another human being? And it's kind of like dating. So if you're really into someone and you're curious about them, all of a sudden you're like, ooh, I'm going to be extra curious about them because I want to get to know who they are. Be that person. Stay curious. And we'll just say LG is a bad word. We'll just call it connection. We're connecting. We're making friends. All right. Capturing and converting appointments. So in essence, we really want to meet people where they're at and how are we going to connect and offer them something of value, right? Okay, give me 1 second. Let me see if this is going to. Yeah, I don't want to sign out. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm trying to like play with 2 things at once and it's not playing nice. and I really want to do this. All right, we're gonna abort that mission. We'll just keep going. Okay, next. Okay, present to buyers and sellers and get agreements. So in essence, like this is what we're going to learn about. You're going to be able to have a conversation with them and educate them. Really, that's what you are. You are a guide in real estate. Today, we're just really going to be going into like, what is your job as a realtor? And then we're going to go deeper because next week we'll be going into, okay, fantastic. What are the things that you need to do to be able to lead generate, capture, and convert? And we'll give you some scripts and some homework around this. And then also when presenting to buyers and sellers and getting agreements. So when we're going to present to buyers and sellers, we have to know what value we're bringing. And that's what we covered in the very first one. We created like, okay, what's our mindset? And what is it that we're going to do moving forward and believe in ourselves because that's going to project moving forward, right? So when we present to buyers and sellers, we also carry this aura about us like, hey, we're here to guide you and offer you information. And I want to be your consultant. We don't tell them, we ask. And I think that's huge. Like keep that in the back of your brain. We're going to stay curious about what it is our clients want. And so I want you to write that down. Stay curious. Stay curious. Ask questions. Because when people trust you, when they like you and trust you, everything else can fall away. If you're worried about, am I competent? Well, that will come because you'll educate yourself. Really, what I want you to do is to know what your value is and why is it that you're doing what you're doing. So later this week, we'll be discussing what's your value proposition, and we actually will form one. So that way you can put that into your buyer's presentation, your buyer's consultation. You can also put it in your listing presentation, okay? We're also going to be covering like showing buyers and market sellers. So when we work with buyers, I think it's an art to be able to show a home. You're not an overly paid door opener. Like if that's all you're doing, then you're setting yourself up for failure and you want to create raving fans. Raving fans. How do we do that? When again, staying curious, asking questions. And being cautious not to project what it is that what our vision or what our ideal property is. It's knowing when to keep your mouth shut. That is huge. Like you're like, ew, this kitchen. And they're like, I love it. It has character. And you're like, okay. So it's just knowing when to just be quiet and just let them lead. And then marketing sellers, like your job is to market properties. That's really what it is. And to meet clients where they're at. All right, number 4, write and negotiate contracts. Okay, guys, my absolute favorite thing in real estate, all of real estate, is the thing I thought I was running away from. I was like, I don't like negotiating. Like, I won't go into a car dealership with my husband because he is a hardcore negotiator. Like, you want a good deal? We had car people running out in the parking lot chasing us. Mr. Shaw, come back. Like, so we could buy the car. And it's like, it's true story. So it always would make me cringe until I got into real estate. And if you're like, I don't want to negotiate. I don't like conflict. It has nothing to do with conflict. It has to do with asking questions, staying curious. Those two things will always help you succeed. I promise you that. The moment that you are in a difficult situation, stay curious, ask questions. Practice this now. If you are in conflict with anyone in your life, do those two things. Practice it. Practice it with your kids if you have kids. Practice it with family members. Practice it with in-laws. Practice it with your partner. Stay curious, ask questions. That will help you succeed. So writing and negotiating contracts, the reason I started with that is because when we stay curious and we ask questions, where can we find the win-win? And that will really, really help. And even when you're writing contracts, don't assume. We always ask I always like to tell our clients, hey, I am going to give you options. It's kind of a la carte. We're going to get into certain parts of the contract, and I'm going to offer you options. You get to choose what direction. You get to write your own story, basically. And then, yeah, they feel like they're in control. I let them know, and you all should remember this too. You all are the navigator, and you are the one looking ahead, letting them know, okay, if we go this way, the seas may be a little rougher than this way. We have options. You are the navigator, and your client is driving the ship. They're the one who's steering. They're the ones who are like, okay, I want to go this way. I want to go that way. They're in control. You're just their guide. Okay. Coordinate the sale to closing. Absolutely. So our job, and this is part of what we can explain to our clients, is like, hey, look, my job is to help you get you what you want. We're going to help identify a property, or we're going to help get your house sold or get an offer on it. Once we receive an offer, then my job is to make sure that we stay under contract, that I protect your best interests, and we get you to closing. With it may be stressful at times, but I'll always give you options and keep you informed along the way. So be really good at communication. This is where we're at. This is what's happening next. So I'm giving you guys like little isms, because these are the things that I've learned along the way that help people stay like steady and calm. When you're talking to people who are interested in maybe buying or selling, wonderful. Sounds like we should meet. So this is what we can do. Let's set up this appointment, and what will happen next, and this is what you can expect. People want to know what to expect moving forward. So if you maintain good communication, this is where we're at now. Wonderful. Looking forward to meeting with you. And here's what you can expect moving forward. Like, get used to that. Practice. If you don't have clients right now, practice this again with like loved ones, with kids. Okay, wonderful. You want this? This is what's happening. And guess what? And this is what's happening next. It's the expectation conversation. And then all of a sudden, watch how resistance melts away. So yeah, that's just like life lessons. So I'm always going to like insert a couple things here that, that they don't teach you in real estate school, because it's learning people. Okay, manage the money. I think that's also very important, that we're going to be communicating with our client as far as expectations regarding money. Like, they want to know, how much money are we going to make from the sale of this home, or how much out-of-pocket expenses can I expect? It's an expectation conversation. So we'll be talking about that as well. All right, we talked about mindset matters. So, how long on average does it take to get a buyer or a seller to sign a contract? Do you guys think? What's your guesses?
Most of mine usually some billion of appointment, so an hour to 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but then from the time, so let's rephrase it. It's actually on page 2.6, and it states, how long on average does it take to get a buyer or seller to sign a contract for a sale or a listing?
You mean like on a purchase agreement? Like,
Mm-hmm. Or even like, when you're having like a buyer's consult with them.
Mhm.
Kelsey, do you have any thoughts on this?
Sorry, I'm literally dropping my kid off at school right now.
No worries. So I'll let you know. I think on average, it just depends on the type of relationship and trust that you have with the client.
Mhm.
I think that's really what it is. It's when you have that level of trust with another person, that's when they feel comfortable understanding like what is the value that you're offering or that they can trust you, then it can be very fairly quickly. Like sometimes if you're reading people properly, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I have to go through my entire buyer's consultation before I have them sign. If they're like picking up their pen and you're reading body language, like, okay, great, yeah, I'm ready to sign. Like, why are we going through all of this? Have them sign. Just stop your consultation and just say, hey, and you'll learn along the way. We'll demonstrate a buyer's consultation. We actually have a buyer's specialist that will be demonstrating that. And also a listing presentation. So, okay. Let's keep going. Okay, Megan, can you read this for us?
yeah, to achieve your highest potential, these 6 core competencies must be done consistently and done well.
Yes. So really, I want you all to be able to practice with one another. As we learn and move through these, I want you to be able to feel confident moving forward, to be able to accomplish all of this. All right, let me just pause and just ask any ahas of anything I discussed so far. Anything that you guys are like, okay, this is great. I will actually implement this.
This, I think, the stay curious, like even when you're negotiating, I think it's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Yep. Staying curious. Wonderful. Absolutely. Okay, so recognizing your role as a fiduciary for clients. Okay. So we're going to talk about functionary versus fiduciary. So being the fiduciary. Oh, I skipped through that very quickly. Okay, so if you turn to page 2.7 in your packet, and for those of you who are on Zoom, if you don't have it, I'm just going to read through some of the differences between a functionary and a fiduciary. So I'll read through functionary, and then Jeremy, can you read fiduciary? So I'll read one line, you read what the opposite is of that. All right?
Got it.
Okay, super. All right, so functionary, low level.
Fiduciary, high level.
Functionary, low relationship.
Fiduciary, high relationship.
All right, we'll forget so if I'm reading it, it's functionary. Yes. If Jeremy's reading it, it's fiduciary. So we'll just say that. All right. So it's our mouths are warming up. Assumes little responsibility.
Accepts high responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Uses low skill.
Masters high skill.
Records information.
Perceives information.
responds to needs.
Anticipates needs.
I'm going to pause there. Responds to needs versus anticipates needs. So if you're just functioning as a realtor, then you are responding to any emergency that's happening rather than anticipating and staying steps ahead. It's really a mindset thing. Where are we going? How are we best serving our clients, right? Okay, next, processes data.
Interprets data.
Narrow picture viewpoint.
Big picture viewpoint.
Delivers information.
Advises and consults.
Other directed.
Self-directed.
Minimum legal responsibility.
Maximum legal responsibility.
Employee.
Partner.
Partner. I like that. We want to partner with our clients to let them know, like, hey, we're on your side. Let's walk this together. Does the task.
Owns the result.
Tells and sells.
Educates and guides.
That's my favorite, guys. Educate and guide. That, like, when people are like, what's your superpower? What's your value proposition? Those two words are like my superpower. I love to educate and guide. And totally like use these words under fiduciary, like all of these phrases that are on page 2.7 of the participant manual, use those to help you figure out what your value proposition is. And we'll get to that probably in session 4, but think about like what words resonate with you. All right. So we'll keep going. Stays out of decision making.
Involved in decision making.
Follows rules and procedures.
Uses judgment and intuition.
Please use your intuition. Please, like when you have a gut feeling about something, follow that. Your gut won't lead you astray, but it'll guide you towards, should I be asking more questions? Okay. Especially when you hear a client say, it's kind of like reading between the lines. And you're like, well, but the rules, but the contract states this, but you have this gut feeling like your client's not happy, something's going on. It's okay to pause and ask questions rather than charging forward to the finish line. Using that intuition, or they come to mind, you're like, I need to check in on them. 9 out of 10 times, if you fail to listen to that, your client will feel left behind. Ask me how I know. It's one of those things like, ooh, I should have slowed things down and really checked in with the client. So trust that gut. Replaceable.
Irreplaceable.
Minimally paid.
Highly paid.
Yep. You're highly paid and sought after when you are acting as a fiduciary. Okay. So let's take a pause, and I'd like to do the activity. And if you don't have your participant material in front of you, don't worry. We're going to do this verbally, but for those of you who have it in front of you, feel free to write it down. So here's something to think about. Give me examples of being a fiduciary. Like when you lead generate, capture, and convert to appointments. How can you be a fiduciary in that regard? And remember, for those of you that don't have it in front of you, I'm just going to read what a fiduciary does. They work at a high level, high relationship, accepts high responsibility, masters high skill, perceives information, anticipates needs, interprets data, big picture viewpoint, advises and consults, self-directed, maximum legal responsibility, partner, owns the result, educates and guides, involved in decision making, uses judgment and intuition, irreplaceable and highly paid. So does anyone want to give me an example of how can you be a fiduciary when you lead generate, capture, and convert to appointments?
Being
I-
comfortable with the script and being comfortable enough with the script to allow adaptability.
That's good. Yes. Yes, you can be comfortable with it, but it's like, yeah, I guess it's also master's high skill.
Mhm.
That's great. Stephanie, you were going to say something.
I was just gonna say, educates and guides,
Mm-hmm.
and also just perceiving information correctly for them. So I think just being kind of that trusted advisor for somebody would get you the, the lead and converting that to actual appointments.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. It leads me to another thought too. It's like when you know what value you're bringing, you don't have to prove it to anyone. They feel it. So be like that, have that steady foundation of like, I know what my worth is. I know what I'm bringing to the table. Why? Because you're highly educated and you're a master at your skill. So you're attracting the people who want to work with you. Great job. Anybody else? Okay. There were a couple others, so you can apply this to present to buyers and sellers and to get agreements, or you can apply it to when showing buyers and marketing to sellers, like, are you going to just show up? And here I'll plug in an example. So if you're going to just show up and open a door, we kind of talked about this, unprepared. Or are you going to have done research on the property ahead of time, done a mini CMA on the property so you know, is this priced correctly? And a CMA is a comparable market analysis. This is analyzing how much a property is worth based on other properties that are like kind that have closed recently. So are they getting good value? Have you done research on any documents that were on the MLS? Have you printed out any reports that you think are important for them to see? Sometimes it's nice. Some people opt to do it electronically and email it all to their client ahead of time. Others, I kind of like printing the MLS report, having something in hand, it's tangible. And people feel like, oh, you're so prepared. And I have a nice little packet put together for them. I won't print everything, but maybe an as-built survey. Maybe I'll have the MLS report and the property transfer disclosure statement, because then that's going to let us know what's the condition of the home. If they ask, and hey, pro tip is like, really take a look at the MLS report. Like, all right, okay, this is a 5-bedroom home. It's 2,400 square feet. Okay, it's on 0.55 acres. Commit that like into your head somehow, because wouldn't it be impressive if you have this and they're like, they know, there's always the one. What's the square footage of this house? Wouldn't it be great if it just rolls off the tip of your tongue instead of you're like, wait, it's and then you're looking at your sheet like, wait, I have to look it up. Like, it's just those little things. I mean, trust me, it always happens. There's always the one who they know the answer. They just want to make sure that you're paying attention. Okay, and then coordinating the sale to closing and managing the money. Like, these are all things that you're helping someone with the like biggest transaction in their life. Like, people are using hundreds of thousands of dollars to help buy property. Like, that's a big commitment and it can be scary. So please help them feel confident that They're in great hands. All right, that's how you can be a fiduciary. All right. Let's see. Let's keep going. All right, perfect. We're going to go back here. All right, can anybody online read this quote for me?
I can.
Thank you.
Nothing else about your business will have as big an impact on it as the number of leads you have, Gary Keller.
Excellent. Yes, exactly. It's a numbers game. So, however many contacts you have in your database, these are the connections that you've made. And so that's why it's imperative, guys. Like, please trust me when I tell you. So important. Put people into your database, and then they're not just going to sit there. We're going to nurture them. Okay? Accountable people achieve results others can only dream of. What does accountability mean to you guys?
Doing what you say.
Doing what you say. Absolutely. And who is that important to?
Me.
To you. It should always, that's correct. It should always be, I'm accountable to me. I'm going to live by integrity and do what I say I'm going to do. That's being accountable. Are we always committed to what we say we will do? Not always. But if we have the awareness to come back to, all right, I'm willing to course correct, come back, try again. Guys, Ignite is your opportunity to practice accountability. So what are you committed to? And let's get that going. Okay? Okay. So we're going to talk about choosing an accountability partner. I want to talk about some accountability guidelines first. These are the guidelines, and I want you all to choose an accountability partner. It could be someone here in Ignite, which is perfect because they are looking for an accountability partner too. Ding, ding, ding. Guess what? Surprise, you guys need accountability partners. So, when choosing an accountability partner, here are some guidelines to remember. We're going to provide a safe place to share. It means like you guys are respecting each other's like what's being shared. And we're not shaming, we're not blaming, we're not creating guilt. We're just holding space. And sometimes just being able to speak things out loud, we hear the truth being reflected back to us. So the other person is merely being a mirror to us. We will follow through with action items. Jeremy, can you go ahead and read the third one?
Listen and pay attention while the other person shares.
Mm-hmm. Megan, can you read next?
Yeah, follow through with action items.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so, yeah, we have that in our book. So provide a safe place to share, follow through with action items, listen and pay attention while the other person shares, set a frequency of checking in with each other, dig deep to find out why you do the things you do, right? Sometimes you're like, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I froze. I don't know why why I'm making excuses, or I don't know why I decided to do the dishes instead of lead generate. Ask me how I know. So, yeah. Oh, I have to clean my house. Like avoidant. Like, let me just run away from responsibility. Like, if this sounds like you or you see this pattern, just call me. I will knock it out of you. We're just gonna figure it out. It's just something you just have to look deep. Like, what's scary about it? What's the first step? What's the baby step in doing it done? Think about the possibilities on the other side. Respect each other and the process. Create a commitment and stick to it. This is what I see often happen. And I want to set you guys up for success. We're going to have a real talk, real coffee talk, okay? The biggest thing here is if you have a commitment to talk to your accountability partner every day at a certain time and you don't show up and you continually reschedule, were you ever committed in the first place? No. And that other person who's showing up, now you're not showing up for them, but they're showing up for you. What kind of feelings could arise from that?
Abandonment.
Abandonment, resentment, like, man, I'm being let down. Like I'm showing up. Yeah, no, that then warrants a real conversation. How committed are you to doing this? I'm committed to showing up for you. Are you committed back? If you can't commit to a certain time, change it to another time that does work. But this is just real observation, guys. And be open to receiving feedback. Like before you offer feedback, I want you to ask permission. May I offer you feedback? And if the other person says no, respect that. It's okay to say no. You're setting boundaries. Maybe you're not ready to receive feedback for whatever reason. And when you are open to be able to look and reflect back, wouldn't it be nice to receive it someone else's perception of how you're showing up?
I was gonna say, even with presenting, asking for feedback as well as another way of being ready to receive it.
Correct. Exactly. Precisely. So, and then give very specific feedback. What I'm observing or my experience of you is blank. Very specific. And be cautious to not receive it as criticism. It's just their observation. You are welcome to take it or leave it. That's the beauty of it. You are in control of your own emotions and your own feelings. Oftentimes we can feel a little hurt about criticism and feel like have feelings come up because of it. And I will just say, shake it off, literally, like shake your body, shake it off. And then you get to start over again. You get to have a choice moving forward. And then have each other's best interest in mind. Like, how would you want to receive feedback? And encourage one another. Okay. All right. So I would like for you guys to, like, we have several people online. We have folks who are in Anchorage. We have folks who are in the Valley. You guys can be accountability partners over the phone. And so I will, I don't want to pair you guys up. You guys can communicate with one another. Let me go back to this. Who do we have? Okay, we have Isaac, we have Jacob, we have Kelsey, we have Stephanie, we have Jeremy, and we have Megan here. So you all can pair up and communicate with one another. I can make suggestions on pairing each other up. Maybe I'll start with people here in person. Do you guys want to pair up together?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm pairing up Jeremy and Megan. Kelsey and Stephanie, are you good pairing up together?
Yep, that works with me.
Okay. And then and Kelsey, does that work for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Absolutely.
super. Okay, then I'll get you guys connected. And Jacob and Isaac, are you guys connecting with one another to hold each other accountable?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. All right, let's do that. Let's see how it goes. And then I will I've been sending emails out. I want to make sure that you guys get them regarding our daily success system. And then I'll also help connect you guys with phone numbers. I'll just post everybody's phone number and email online, and you guys can connect with one another. And we'll probably do like a group text. I'll try not to inundate you all with big old group text, but it may just be reminders and encouragement. We can encourage one another, so you're not like just with one accountability partner, but we're accountable as a group. If you all come across like something interesting that speaks to you as far as accountability, blah, 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 as far as like even being a fiduciary or things that encourage one another, or hey, if you want to have a success and you're like, oh my gosh, I have a buyer's consult, yay, like allow us to celebrate you and celebrate one another. So this is a big thing about accountability. Okay, so once you guys get connected, then I would also like for you all to know what each other's goals are. And it's in your, for those of you that might not have it in front of you, it's in your participant guide on page 2.10. Ignite accountability plan. You're going to write your accountability partner's name, their contact information. What is your accountability partner's goals? Hint, hint, part of their goals are to have 10 conversations, 10 contacts added, 10 handwritten notes. By the way, the handwritten notes can be done after conversations you have with someone saying, oh my gosh, it was so great to connect with you. And by the way, hint, hint, pro tip, when you have a conversation with them, say, you know what, I want to send you a little something in the mail. What's a good mailing address for you? Guess what? You can add that into your database, into command, to be able to get that command contact up to 80%. You want to be in the green. So we do that with their name, their address, their phone number, their mailing address is bonus. Another bonus would be to have their birthday. Or if you've sold them a home, their house anniversary, whatever. So that would be great, right? So handwritten notes, and then 10-5-1. 10 likes, 5 comments. Do you have to have a business account? No. You can just do it from your regular personal Facebook, Instagram page. Join groups that if you're interested in puppies, great, I'm joined the puppy group. And guess what? I'm going to communicate. I'm going to like these social media and I'm going to comment, oh, cute puppy and la, la, la. And whatever, you're finding ways to connect. And then maybe one post is like, I'm in this fantastic class. Yeah. You know, with a really cool teacher. Okay.
The best teacher.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, guys. Oh man, they're giving me pats on my back. Oh, yes, right. And so, and then enrichments. Look, guys, part of the enrichment for this is like if you can totally go preview homes or shadow someone in an open house or go to coffee with a lender, find out about the lending process. And if you need help with any of this or you need other ideas or hey, I need to know how to show a house. I need to know how to do this. I need to be able to shadow someone and do this. Reach out to me. I have not a Rolodex. That's very old school. I have a phone full of contacts. I am a connector, baby. I am a connector. I will totally help you guys out. Okay, so back to accountability. Follow the bouncing ball. So frequency of accountability check-ins. Like, how often are you going to check in with your accountability partner? I'd like to suggest every day. 5 days a week. Hey, how are things going? Hey, I didn't hear from you. How are things going? Like, hey, did you do your 10 contacts? Can you encourage one another? Hey, I'm up to like 7 contacts, 3 more to go. How are you doing? Like, be that person for the other person, right? It's not, again, it's not shaming, it's encouraging. We're like holding each other up. Okay, what got in the way? All right, you'll do better next time. You'll do better tomorrow, right? What are you going to do about it? Like those are the type of conversations I want you guys having. But if you're like radio silence, then that's a problem, because then are you not committed even to your own actions? I want to make sure that you guys are committed not only to what you say you're going to do, but also what is it that you're, committed to your accountability partner, because their dreams are important too. So I just want you to avoid some of the traps. I want verbal commitment. Is everyone here committed to the daily success system? And if you are not, that is okay. I just want a conversation with why you can't be committed to this. But if you are, wonderful. Again, this is about you're building your business. By the end of Ignite, I want you guys to have 200 contacts in your database to set you up for success. If you already have some, great. Then you're going to exceed that amount and you're going to start to see the fruit of your labors. Okay, so I'm going to go one by one and check in with you guys to see if, to check in. Are you committed to the daily success system? And if not, let's discuss what could get in the way and what are you committed to? Again, it's not about any shame, blame, or guilt. It's about, I truly want to, I want you to feel in your gut, like, this is what I am committed to. That way you're not setting yourself up for failure. All right, I'll start with you, Isaac. Are you committed to daily success system?
Yes.
All right, daily, and you are committed to reporting to Jacob daily on your success, correct?
Yeah, I can do that.
Excellent. Yes, wonderful. Jacob, how about you? Are you committed to the daily success system and to reporting back to Isaac? And I know you're busy with kiddos.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, Kelsey, how about you? Are you committed to reporting out to your accountability partner?
Absolutely.
Okay, super. Stephanie, how about you? Are you committed to this daily success system and reporting back to your partner?
I am, and I just
Excellent.
messaged you, Kelsey, privately too. Sharon, I might be a little bit of a bad accountability partner until Monday, just with
That's
the
okay.
funeral. But yes, I am
Yes.
committed.
No, you're not a bad accountability partner. You have life happening right now. And thank you. Thank you. And I know your situation, so no worries. Okay.
And Kelsey, I messaged you too. So just so you're aware.
Beautiful.
Got it.
All right. Thank you. All right. Jeremy, are you committed?
Yeah.
Wonderful. How about you, Megan?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we got it. Yeah. For everybody. Woo! I'm excited. All right. So if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Oh, if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. So, so I want to let you guys know, bless you, bless you. So I sent you an email. I'm going to hop out of here real quick. Let me go to my email. No, I want to be logged in.
Don't hold it in.
Don't hold it in, sneeze it out. Okay, sorry, we have someone holding sneezes in. Yesterday I sent you guys this email. Okay, Megan, I'll send it to you.
Okay, sounds good.
It was a link to the participant material. Okay. So if you don't have it, or if you would like a printed copy, I have copies here. And for those of you that come into Anchorage, if I see you in person, I'll have like a whole printed binder for you. Or in the Valley, if you need one, I can, whatever. I'll make sure you guys get one if it's possible. And then in addition to that, here's an Ignite success tracker. I'm proud of this one. I used AI for this, guys. Yes, pat on my back. So, I went on to Canva AI and used their coding system, and I said, Canva, dear Canva, I would really like to develop some type of tracking system so we can keep track of everybody's goals. And so here we are. You get to enter your name, enter the date, your daily activities, conversations, contacts added, handwritten notes. The goal is 10. If you exceed, wonderful, that's fine. The 10-5-1, 10 likes, 5 comments, 1 post. The post could be about anything related to real estate. It could be about, hey, here's data, or hey, here's a quote that inspires me in real estate. Here's whatever, like just post something. And then your business results. Did you get appointments? Any buyer agreements, listing agreements, any pendings or any closings? And then you get to submit your report. And then we get to view the leaderboard to see, like, for those of you who are competitive, wonderful. If you're not competitive, then don't look at the leaderboard. But if you're competitive, yeah, don't look. I'm telling you, don't look. If you're not competitive or you know that you are a self-sabotager and you're like, oh, if I'm not doing well, I'll just shut down and stop. Please stop. Stop. I'm just going to say, slap the wrist, stop. I know you guys aren't kids, so I'm trying not to talk to you like kids. I'm talking to you like I would talk to myself. So if you're like, what? Yes, this is how I talk to myself. Stop it. Snap out of it. I I really want you guys to just set yourselves up for success. Okay. Um, and yeah. And then also, you may have received like a tracker with reminders from KW. This is my gentle, annoying reminder to you, and it's going to look like this. Keller Williams, happy Tuesday. Let's start fresh. Have a great day today. Be sure to log in. Can't wait to hear about your day. Tell us about your day. And then you get to click on that and it will ask you questions. How was your day? How much time did you spend finding new clients today? How many did you talk to? What did what did you do to find them? Is everyone you spoke to captured in the database? And then it may ask you some repeated questions, right? Like, how many contracts did you write? If you wrote none, that's fine. Because you guys, for those of you who are like greenhorns and very brand new, that's okay. But submit it. Why? We're tracking. Like, if we can see where you're at and what activities you're doing in order to get the business, then we know your trajectory. What's working? Is it a numbers game or is it a conversion game? What does that mean to you guys? What does it mean? When I say if it's a numbers,
Getting
correct. Exactly. Is it a problem getting the lead or problem converting the lead? So this helps us be able to see that trajectory. So those are the 2 types of trackers I'd really like you to get comfortable with. And if you're like, man, I'm going to be like 5 years down the road, do I really need this? Yes, because you're going to want to know what's working and what's not. Where are you going to put your energy? If all of it is coming from your database and your sphere, great. Then wonderful. I'm getting all this business. You're going to pour more attention into that. Got it? Okay, so I hope that helps. Okay, back to this.
Sending that for KW email or?
Whatever you want me, wherever you want me to send it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just send it. I'll make it happen.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. No, come on. Why isn't it giving me slideshow? No, I don't want to edit it. Okay, oh well, we'll just keep going. Okay, so we talked about this. We talked about this yesterday about Ford. So Ford has to do with family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. So let's go ahead and practice this. We talked about some examples of like when we're having a conversation, you don't have to go in order. You don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I got to tick every box. Did I talk about family? Did I talk about occupation? Did I talk about like how they're recreating? Oh my gosh, did I talk about their dreams? No, it's just a tool to help you, navigate and connect. The people who are high connectors are the ones who do less talking and ask more questions. And this, again, I'm telling you, like practice in real life, practice with your kids, practice with people in your world, practice with people you live with, people that you're standing in the grocery line with, whatever, just be friendly, just practice having these conversations, asking them about them, and shut up and listen. There's magic that happens because then it'll lead to something else. And you ask another question, and then they talk. And they're like, you are so nice. Like they relate to you very well. So something definitely to keep in mind. So let's take a moment. Let's see. What are some questions we could be asking about family?
How was the holidays?
How was the holidays? Yeah, absolutely. It's like kind of like life. How was the holidays? Anybody else online? What else can we ask about?
Other kids.
How are their kids? Absolutely. If you know they have kids, yes.
Ask them about their goals for this coming year.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Like what goals do you have for that falls into dreams. Absolutely. Like what are your goals for 2026? This is a great time to ask that.
They haven't forgotten about it.
No, if they haven't forgotten about them yet, right? Like, and then continuing to go down that bunny hole. And then when they answer you, maybe another one would be like, hey, what are your real estate goals for 2026? Do you know anyone I can, or I'd love to help you with your 2026 real estate goals. Have you given that any thought? Do you know anyone else who I might be able to help with their dream of homeownership or investing? All right. Anything else? What else? What other questions could we ask? Maybe regarding occupation or recreation?
And I'm like, are they still at current job they're at?
How are things going in your job or career?
Yeah. Yeah. So two great questions. Are you still working where you're working, basically? Are you still working as a rocket scientist? Or yeah, how are you liking your job? What's new? Do you see yourself there for very long? And recreation. Somebody on Zoom, what could we ask regarding recreation? Isaac? I haven't heard from you.
Like their interests, like what they're
Yeah.
interested in.
Well, yeah. Heck yeah. What do you like to do for fun? And if they're like, oh, I love to snowboard. Even if you don't snowboard, you can be like, wow, that's something I've never tried something like that before. Like, tell me more about that. Where do you go and what who do you go with? And just asking questions, staying curious.
Are you traveling anywhere this year?
Heck yeah, my favorite question. I love asking that question. Do you have any travel plans? Because I love to travel.
Yep.
And I
So
love,
for me,
uh-huh.
my biggest one is anybody who knows me knows I'm big outdoorsy, born and raised here in the valley. So a lot of my database is with recreation having cabins or looking for cabins and land and all that. So mine's always talking about that. And anybody who's followed my page knows that we're in the middle of building our cabin rurally right now. So I'm always talking about that and bringing it up, and that actually just got me my listing out at Alexander Creek. So
Bravo. Great job. Heck yeah. Like, do you see how these conversations get us like business? I love this. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. I love it. All right. Let's keep going. I don't know. I don't know why I can't do this. Why am I in view only? All right. I'm trying to. It won't let me do the slideshow, but okay, we're just going to keep going. Okay. So I want to touch base on your database. And really, what does that look like? So we're going to start with your sphere. So the goal that I have for you guys is to touch base with the people who are in your phone. Touch base with the people that you know, who like you, know you, trust you. If you haven't talked to them yet about the fact that you're in real estate, please start now. It's an easy conversation. It doesn't mean that you have to be like, are you ready to buy, sell, and invest in real estate? No, it's just like, hey, hey, you crossed my mind. I just wanted to check in, say, hey, happy holidays, or like, happy New Year. How are your holidays? Wonderful. Great. And then have a forward conversation. Do you have to touch on every forward item? Shake your head no.
Yeah.
No. No. But this is just opening up opportunities. Talk to them about their goals for 2026. Do they have any real estate goals for 2026? And oh yeah, I just, I'm totally enjoying being in real estate. Tell them what it is you enjoy, or what you're excited about, or you're excited that you learned something. We're always learning something. So share that with them. And then when you do, make sure to enter a contact into your database. Does everyone here have access to command? And if you don't, please let me know you don't, because I'm going to help you with that. Is that a yes from everyone on Zoom? I know
Yeah.
Stephanie does, Kelsey does.
I
Isaac,
do.
do you have access?
Yeah.
Oh, super. Do you know how to enter a contact?
Yeah.
Oh, super. Okay, good. I definitely want to make sure you guys are comfortable entering a contact. And again, making sure that you're at your 80%. I hope you know what that means. And if you don't, I'm going to let you take a peek at mine.
Sharon, quick thing for those who are new. You can easily transfer all your contacts from your phone right into command.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's how I started mine is I just uploaded every contact I had from my phone into command. And then I set a goal every day of going through those one by one and updating all the info in there or deleting ones that were just from, 20 years of having a
Perfect.
cell phone. So just
Yeah.
FYI for anybody, that's really easy to do.
Yes, yes. And okay, so let's go here. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. When you navigate, you get online, you can go to connect and you can search content. You also have this KWIQ that, for instance, hold on a second. Let's see if I can move stuff. So you can ask a question, how to import contacts from phone into command. And as it's thinking, it should give you like step-by-step instructions. So log into the command app using your Keller Williams login credentials. So it'll give you links if you wanted to read more about it. It gives you follow-up prompts, so it will help you and give you guidance. So if ever you have a question regarding command, using this KWIQ will certainly help walk you through what it is that you need to do to be able to solve any of those questions. Yesterday we covered downloading the KW command app and also the consumer app. They're two different colors. The KW command app is the red one, the red background with the white letters. And then the KW consumer app is the white background. Let me see if I can type this in.
The only issue I have with that is
Mm-hmm.
when I'm trying to post on social media and link them to my website, it automatically pulls me to the app and pulls away the link. So I have to
Oh.
delete it constantly
Your
and re-download it
when you're
for my website.
when you're when you're using the link to your website to
Yeah,
post
so
on
like
social
if I'm
media.
trying to, like when I was doing the Wentworth house and stuff.
Yeah.
I look up the Wentworth on my website,
Mm-hmm.
but then it and I have to do it on my phone to post, and it automatically goes into the app. So I don't have a link to post on it.
Oh, interesting.
So I actually have to delete the app so I can get the link and
Oh,
post on my
fascinating.
Facebook. Because that way it does that bar in picture of the front of the house, and then when they click, it automatically goes into my website.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, that is a very frustrating thing about that. I
That
will have to say.
okay.
So I do have to download and read it.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's an interesting. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know.
If anybody knows the trick to that would be
I may bring that up to our regional tech trainer and
Yeah.
see what she says. Okay, which brings me to our next point. Okay, so let's touch on any ahas. Any thoughts, anything that you're like, okay, this is an aha. Maybe I'll implement this or yeah. Any thoughts online? All right.
I think just Kelsey's comment of importing your entire contact from your phone into your command. I feel like you never know where life's going to take you or who's going to reach back out or who you contact. So that's good advice there.
Yep. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And other people that you can add as contacts to command in your participant guide. Add yourself, add your facilitator. You can add me. You can add your accountability partner, add 3 friends from your phone contacts, and then add 3 other participants. Because you never know, you may want a referral partner. So if you're based out in the Valley and you're like, I'm not interested in doing business in Anchorage or Eagle River, we have folks here from Eagle River and Anchorage and the Valley that you totally could create referral partners. Got it? And then when you connect with people on over the phone, please be sure to take notes in command. So I'd like there's an opportunity there for you to be able to take notes on people. So let me go back here. So if we're going back to command and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what all these little icons are. And you see you can hover over it and it'll tell you. But if you click here, it will actually show you what everything is. And that way you're not like having to figure it out. But if you're wanting to create a new contact, hold on, let me close this out. Let's see. So here you can create a contact. And let's say, I'm going to add my kid. I don't know his email, but I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to make one up. Yeah, I'll use this one. And then like a phone number. I don't even know his phone number. Isn't that funny? I don't know my kid's phone number. Oh, it's so telling. So telling. All right. I know exactly. I'm going to put my childhood phone number. I remember that. Oh, wait. 9398. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is when I was a little kid. That was my home phone number. Okay. So then, yeah. And then the lead source, where I'm just going to call him a buyer and then assigned, okay, to me, mark as a lead. And you can create tags and we can talk about that later, but, there's tags that are already like created, or you can just, if you want to name them as a buyer, buyer prospect, or they're definitely like a buyer, and you can even like color code the tags, additional contact information, what's their preferred method of contact, you know, if they have additional phone numbers or emails, like let's say they have a work email and a personal email, and then here you can differentiate that. What's their primary address? Okay, that's my childhood address. I'm telling you guys way too much. So let's see, social profiles, if you have that information, more about information, like if they have, let's say, okay, let's say Matthew Shaw goes by Matt Shaw and you have Matt Shaw, but you need his middle initial, you'll put in their legal name. Why is this important? You should always be asking this when you're talking to people, especially filling out the Alaska Real Estate Consumer Disclosure or whatever, like whatever documents you want to know what their legal name is. I think I touched on this yesterday too, like when you're meeting with clients also, it's not a bad idea to ask for a copy of their ID and to just make a copy of it for your records. Just make that common practice. Just say, hey, I need a copy of a picture ID. People are used to just giving it. Don't make a copy of a military ID. So that's a no-no. But like in Alaska, their driver's license, that would work. Why? Because especially if they're like, if you know that they recently got married or they whatever, or they may have a name change, it's really important that their picture ID match who they are, and what you're putting on a legal contract. So legal name is important. Sorry, that's my tangent on that. Why? Because if you go to the closing table and then they ask for a picture ID, if it doesn't match because their name has changed, eek. You're at the very end of a transaction and you don't have that legal name and you don't have proof of the legal name in form of ID. Wouldn't it be great to do your fiduciary duty and know ahead of time, anticipating and preventing any issues? That's the only thing I want to say on that. Also, asking them their birthday.
Have
Yeah.
to show their ID, you also have their birthday.
Exactly. If you have a picture ID, you have their birthday. So perfect. And then once you do all of that, then that's perfect. Then you have all of that information. So I'm going to do a made up day here. And then, yeah, then you can create that contact. And then look, I have a score of 92%. I didn't even put his mailing well, I did put a mailing address in there. So yeah, so we have like beautiful and it's a lead. And then once I talk to Matthew and I'm like, okay, fantastic. Great. You're getting a new cat. Wonderful. And what are you doing? You know, what are your real estate goals? Did you see what I just did here? Notes, add note, note title. Sometimes I'll put like phone conversation. And then I'll put a description. Getting new cat. Started new job. And whatever. And like whatever notes you want to put. And then you add the note. And guess what? It's in there. So then the next time I have a conversation with them, I'm gonna be like, hey, guess what? How's the cat? You know, and I remember these conversations that I've had with them. Make sense? Okay.
I know that guy.
Yeah, I know. I just made it up. So, anyway, okay, so we're going to recap. So, ahas to achievement, and we're going to wrap this class up early because we have stakeholder meeting at 11:30. Stay tuned. You're going to be tuning in if you're via Zoom, then just tune in to the 865-6500 KWAG Zoom link or attend at any of our offices. And if you're not attending our weekly Tuesday stakeholder meetings, then you're missing out on some important information. So a couple of things regarding that. Hopefully you all have your continuing education done and renewing your license by the 31st. Don't wait till the 31st because you're going to set yourself up for failure. And then yeah, I highly recommend that you attend this. Secondly, this week there is that Jumpstart. I sent you guys an email regarding Jumpstart. That was a separate email that you could register for. That training starts at noon. You may see on the website where it says from 1 to 2:30, that's Pacific time. When we translate that to Alaska time, it actually will be from noon to 1:30. And if you're already familiar with Command, I still highly recommend you attend. Amanda Charles, who has been in business as long as I have, took the class yesterday and she's like, that was valuable information. So I highly recommend that you do. If your schedule just does not allow for it, they're going to be repeating that training in April. And so that's fine. If you're not familiar with Command, I've given you all the 66-day challenge. That will help as well. But this is different. You actually have our regional tech trainer, Crystal Lafron, being able to guide you through these classes. And I plan on attending today's class at noon if possible. So I hope to see you there. And as we wrap this up, how has your thinking changed? And what ideas or mindsets were new? Anything you guys would like to share? Anybody on Zoom?
The importance of, and reminder that accountability is very important, not just with yourself, but with somebody else.
Yes,
It's a community thing.
it is a community thing. Thank you for sharing that. So, just to echo what Jeremy said here, it's like that feeling of community and to be able to, how important accountability is. And what does that do for you and for others? And what do you feel differently about? What was meaningful to you today? Does anybody want to share? Other food for thought. How will your behaviors be different going forward? What do you know of yourself? And what actions will you take? I want one actionable item from everyone. I'll start with you guys on Zoom since you're so quiet. And I'll start calling on you guys. Isaac, what is one action item you will take today?
I'm gonna be more willing to call and be more social to people.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'm excited to hear how you've taken action on that tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to hearing that. I believe in you, Isaac. You got this. What about you, Jacob? And I know you're recovering. So, but I still think there's an action step that could happen. And I will probably move on because I know you're busy with kiddos too. Kelsey, what action will you take?
Just focusing on touching base with my sphere and continuing to nurture those relationships.
Beautiful. Excellent. And what about you, Stephanie?
I think just joining certain Facebook groups that I share interest with, or I've started to do that as well, and just kind of continuing to try and touch base with people on those. And excited about kind of, an aha moment was the accountability partner. And I think when you have somebody that holds you accountable, you're more likely to get things done. So
Yes.
excited about that too.
Yes. Beautiful. How about you, Jeremy?
Be more fiduciary than functional.
Oh, yes. And how's that going to show up for you?
Just working on mastering my skills, and focusing on not waiting for needs, but why can't I say that word? It starts with an A. Yeah, being more not waiting for an emergency, but giving them the information ahead of time.
Yeah.
And just showing how I can anticipate. Thank you. Gosh, it's too early. And then and just showing how I can be irreplaceable in their relationships and such. So kind of using that column and trying to focus more on those actions than being functional.
Yes. Beautiful. Good. And how about you, Megan?
Just committing to my daily conversations. So just making sure that those are happening and that I'm using kind of what we talked about in the beginning, just connecting and using those 6 principles to make sure that they're good conversations.
Excellent. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, beautiful. So, you guys know what you're doing moving forward. You have the ability to reach out to your sphere. We're going to go ahead and end this class and let me do this. I really believe in you. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited about what you're doing to build your businesses. I want you to keep going. If you have any issues, any challenges, reach out. I will begin a group chat so we can so we can keep one another accountable. Because I say that because you guys aren't, I'm not holding you accountable and not being able to do it myself. I, in fact, will be making calls as well. So I get to report out to you tomorrow as well. Okay? So, thank you for joining me. Go get it, go crush it. Make sure to set up an appointment with your accountability partner with a steady time every day that you will be checking in and encourage one another. All right, I believe in you guys. I'll see you tomorrow in Wasilla or Zoom at 9 a.m. tomorrow.